Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here. I'm going live early just because it's been a little glitchy lately, and I want to make sure that we get on here and get this done. There's been a lot of extra energy, let's be fair. But I'm Leanne Holitza. I'm working out of the Healing Studio in Broomfield, Colorado. And today we're going to do a weekly reading and then some personal readings. If you type me please in the cards, you'll get a note from me, a card from me saying what your week focus is about. I am an energy healer. I work out of a space in Broomfield, Colorado. And most of the time, I'm doing one on one healing on consciousness and that type of thing. I do also teach and have lots of events. Yesterday, we had a full moon here that I didn't organize, but it was super fun. So there's lots of things going on. If you want to know more, you can go to insightfulinspirations.com and check me out. But today, we are going to get our readings for the week. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. So we're going to start with, well, okay, so this stone that I'm using, I swear I cannot pronounce it because it's like our fesdenite or something along those lines. But it's a really good stone for emotional stability when you're feeling that you maybe are in a vibration that is new or a transformation and it's hard to get used to. I'm personally definitely in a big transformation phase. So using this to help stabilize. Also going to use Amanda Ellis's Jade Higher Heart Spray. As you guys know, I do like these sprays, and also the basic earth sprays are kind of my favorite. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This first set of cards is going to be for us during the week, okay? So it's going to be what we all collectively are looking into. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3 cards, which is the start of your personal reading, okay? And then we're going to use the Starseed Oracle deck. I've got it a little bit wonky put together here, but this is the deck I'm using today for the personal readings. So if you type me please in the comments, I will come down the list and get to you, if that makes sense. But we're building on things, so it's worth staying and hanging out. And give me a thumbs up. Somebody give me a thumbs up that you actually can hear me and things, just because last week was so glitchy. Anybody giving me a yes, we can hear you, or you can type yes, we can hear you in the comments too if you want. Okay, I'm not getting any thumbs up. Let's see. Okay, there's one. Thanks, Diane. I'm like, hey. I was talking to the ethers for like 10 minutes last week, so just needed a little bit of reassurance, okay? All right, let's see. So building up, worth sticking around for the whole time, just because I will put out a short little clip about the beginning of the week too. But if you're on here live, you might as well stay, because we get the 1, 2, 3, and that's really the theme for the week. Okay, when we start to see a card 3 times, it's for all of us. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the start of the week is one sideways. What this is feeling like is I'm alone. I have to do it myself. I do know people are around, but they all have expectations of me, and I have to step up to those expectations, and I'm not allowed to put myself first. That's how the first part of the week is starting out. It's just a sensation. It's just in the air, okay? It doesn't mean it has to be true. The focus, okay. Money. This card is a money card. Okay. So this is liberation and being detached. So this week, focus on your finances and ways that you can make yourself feel less concerned, more detached. Do things to financially stabilize yourself. Okay. Do things to help free yourself from money worries, whether it be, save up for a rainy day and that helps you stop thinking about it, or have a consult with somebody, a professional that tells you, you're all a-okay, whatever it is. This week, the focus is not on a lack mindset or a limitation mindset around money, but instead about being detached from what money is as a concept and get more expansive. Okay. Okay. End of the week, we're working with choice. Okay. And this was choices sideways. So what this is saying is at the end of the week, some of the choices that have already been chosen are going to come up as presented to you. You've already chosen this a while back. Here it is now. Choose it again with love. Okay, so sometimes, well, we always manifest first from the imagination and then into the manifestation and making it real. So this is basically saying that at the end of this week, whatever you've been dreaming up and chose back here in your dream world is now going to come and ask to be chosen again in your physical world. Okay, now if you can do it with love, it's the right choice. If it's a fear-based choice, I would say avoid it. Okay, all right, let's do our 1, 2, 3s. This is your first card for the week. If you're watching live, hello, welcome, tune in. If you're watching later, this is also your way to participate, okay? So here you go. 1, 2, 3. So just tune in. What's your number? Really like letting yourself feel called to what would be really good for you to know about your focus for the week, okay? Okay. If you picked 1, you're going to work with the blue flame. This is spontaneously awakening, activating, integration time, okay? Which is going to be true, by the way, as we enter into the next astrological phase, the next monthly phase that we're going to go through. It's going to be about integrating what we've been through already. So blue flame. If you picked 2, you're going to be working on waiting. Still not your time. Things are being woven, but be patient. There's been a lot going on for you, and it may not make sense to deliver what you've been asking for yet, okay? If you picked 3, you're going to work with the child of the cosmos, and the intelligence of the universe lies within you, okay? So this is if you get picked 3, you're being asked to remember everything you need to be who you are is inside of you. If you're having trouble unlocking it, turn to the cosmic energies, turn to someone who can help you read those cosmic energies, get that energy really flowing so you remember you already got the intelligence, you just have to wake it up, okay? All right, let's get down the list. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. All right, Stephanie R., you made it to the top with your smiley heart face. Okay, you're going to want to work with whale and orca elders. Okay, this is sharing your song. This is about the frequency of sound and diving deep. Okay, time maybe listening to deep music, listening to your own song or chanting, humming, oming, whatever feels right to you. This is a good week, though, to dive into the ocean kingdom and the mysteries there and really see what wisdom wants to speak to you. Okay? Go deep. National Geographic. You're working with the courage peony. Okay, so this is about being multifaceted and unique in the way that you show up to the world, and you're being asked to let yourself be seen. Okay, not in the way that you think people want to see you, but in the unique, multifaceted self. Okay, so really finding all sides of yourself this week and letting them be seen. Cynthia, with prayer, me please. Called. Okay, so your soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. Okay, so whatever it is that you've been training for or wanting to offer to the world, it's a little bit more of a time now. Okay, come to the calling, show up any way that you can. Say yes more often than saying no. I've been trying to do this as well. The guide's been telling me to say yes when you normally say no, and just, kind of check out what might be unfolding for you. Okay. Burnout proof leaders. All right. This week for you, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs and uprooting. This may be even apologizing to yourself, but there might be some forgiveness energy that wants to be worked with this week. Okay. As you all know, I really like the Radical Forgiveness book and the game Satori as a way to kind of rewrite that everybody is reflecting back to us stuff we're doing and healing inside ourselves. So it's a good week to do that for you. Jenny V, you're going to want to work with falling into my arms. Okay, so surrender, holding opposites, extremes of life. Okay, so where have you been pushing? trying, efforting. And now can you just surrender? Can you just relax for just a minute and give yourself a week to really let other people take care of you? Let other people take their own responsibilities, okay? Diane S. You're working with lost lands this week, okay? Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Past lives have been here before and before and before. Give yourself the opportunity to recognize that this might be a week to tap into that wisdom. And maybe even spend some time writing it down or revisiting old versions of yourself where you journaled. Go find an old journal or old pictures of yourself and remember your wisdom. Elizabeth R., you've got a portal coming. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards wild card. Woohoo. I love it. Okay, so guides have been talking a lot about that we're in the miracle space right now. Nothing's defined. Everything's undefined. And this is the great place where we can start to put stuff together and allow ourselves to choose completely different experiences than we ever have before. Okay, so go ahead and get your wild card going. Taryn E., you are lifting the veil, okay? Question everything. Anything unaligned must go, okay? This means cleaning house, cleaning closets, cleaning relationships, all the things. Take the clouds off your eyes and see what truly is there for you to do and what is for you to just move on from, okay? That's the focus for the week. Blossoming Lotus and Shannon. Blossoming Lotus called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to really start thinking about what you're going to do, not what you're not going to do, how your soul has been waiting for this moment to expand. And what do you want to do? This week is a good week to strategize. Shannon, you're going to jump in too. All right. So Andromedan energy, adventure, saying yes to the change. Okay. Things are changing and it's good for them to be changing. It's good time to just dive into that. Change means something new. All right. Eli K. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay. So this can be both a good thing and a maybe calling you out and trying to control things. When you let the universe know what you want, the universe goes and starts to cook it up. And then if you keep changing your mind or expecting something to be different, and then you start making all these little tweaks, it's like you're in the kitchen watching over the cook who's trying to just make the eggs you ordered. Okay. This card is basically saying, check out where you're micromanaging the universe. If you want to micromanage the universe, fine, but be sure you're doing it with consciousness and not just unconscious. Okay. Kimberly S. You are working with the seas of Mintaka. Okay. So you're being able to see potential in a different way right now. And you're bringing unconsciousness to light where you maybe have been trying to make something happen with the rules that other people have set forth. And now maybe it's time you make the rules and bring your consciousness to the table. Okay. Crystal B. You are going to be working on you're not for everyone. Okay. You're going to embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Okay. It's okay that everybody doesn't approve of you. It's okay if you don't get along with everybody. What are you really trying to accomplish? And who do you need around you? If you were the center of the universe, who do you need in your solar system to help you go do the best things you can do for yourself, for the people that you love, for your family, all the things, okay? That's your focus this week. Let go of approval of others and the definition of others and find yourself. Hannah H. You are working with the cracked open, okay? So this is rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Rock bottom means you can only go up from here, right? So this week might be a little bit of a rough week, but it's like, let it be a little bit of a revelation week for you so you can kind of move even further into who you really are, not who you're trying to be, okay? Okay, Tiff W. You are going to be working with the activated earth, okay? So power places, ley lines. Trust where you're led. Okay, so find a place. Oh, interesting. They're showing me Easter Island. I've never been there, but you maybe want to look into it. Even if it's just a Google Earth search, but just really tuning into Easter Island for some reason. Okay. All right, Heidi M. Maybe it's because it's Easter. Happy. Okay, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay, so remember your soul contracts this week. I have a Learn It Live class on this. If you're interested, it's a recorded class to just get diving deep into that one. But it's a cool thing to really look into. Oh yeah, that feels hard, but I signed up for that. So there's a lesson here. So really trying to remember what you signed up for this week. Okay. Robin, Chris, and Austin. Robin, Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will. The second time we've seen this one, you guys. Micromanaging the universe. This is that call out of like, just check. If you are going to try to micromanage the universe's relationship with your manifestation, make sure you're doing it mindfully. If you don't have the bandwidth to micromanage the universe, then don't. Let it go. Let the universe do its job, okay? Surrender. Chris? You're going to work with the star keepers, okay? So cosmic ancestors seeding the light through by staying grounded, okay? So anything that you can do to feel into your grounded nature, stand by a tree. Imagine your feet extending deeper into the ground. I really like to use the idea of a double helix to kind of spin energy out of me down into the earth at the same time spinning new wisdom in. It's one of my favorite techniques. Just get grounded. Austin, you are going to work on deep cellular healing. Okay. So physical and emotional healing. This is where you start to notice this week where you've been storing stuff in your cells. Your organs might be talking to you. Your muscles might be talking to you. You guys, it's the age of, robots helping us out. Type into Google, what is the spiritual meaning of a low backache? If you got the low backache, and see what you have to explore there, because this week is a good week for you to heal some of the emotional energies that has gotten stuck in your cells. Andrea H. You are working with the star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Ask some more questions. If there's a topic of curiosity for you right now that's like a seeker energy, I would really get into that this week because you can really explore that with a lot of help right now. Okay. Lisa C, you are going to be working with the Star Brothers. Okay. So protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay. So this is really like make sure that you honor yourself by protecting yourself, by not giving yourself away to people who don't actually get you, by making sure that the people that you let into your front door, you actually trust and know. This week will be a good week to really kind of acknowledge those people, who is there, who's got your back. And if you need to make some adjustments, this week would be a good time to do that. Okay, King of the Forest. You are working with I'm sorry. Second time we've seen this. Okay, so defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting, might be energy of yourself, might be energy of each other. But this week is a good week to just dive into the I'm sorry. Okay. I'm actually seeing even saying I'm sorry to like the earth for things that have gone on that maybe you have unconsciously participated in just by purchases or consumptions, and just making a little bit of a willingness to do it differently energy. Okay. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you're not for everyone. Second time we've seen this one. Again, I'm just kind of warning you guys because when we start to see cards 3 times, and then for all of us, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. You can't make everybody happy. It's totally fine. Okay. Donnie, you are being asked to loosen your grip. Checking in with your coping mechanisms and your addictions. Density, let God in is what the card says. But I would say let yourself in even more. Give yourself a little bit of space to just not have all this pressure all the time and always questioning. Don't do that. Don't question. Be curious, but don't be like, when I mean say don't question, I feel like don't question that if that person likes you or not. If they're having lunch with you, yes, they like you. They said yes to your lunch. That kind of stuff. Your guides are kind of just saying insecurities, maybe let them soften. Janice, sister of Janelle. You're going to work on surrendering to the sweetness. Okay. So this is Venus energy, which we just came out of Venus retrograde last weekend. Woohoo. Finally, pleasure, joy, making love to life. So really this week, it's just all the joy, all the pleasures, all the fun things that you can do to really embrace yourself. Okay. All right. It also has a quite beautiful nature scene. And, it's that springtime. All right. Denise S. You're getting told to jump into, second time we've seen this, adventure. Say yes to things. Especially say yes to things you normally say no to. Especially say yes to things that maybe feel like out of your comfort zone space. Jump in this week, okay? Tanya B., you're going to be working on I Remember, Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. Again, I have a soul contract class if you guys are interested. It's on learnitlive.com, and you just look up my name and look through my classes. This week is a good week to go through your soul contracts. And remember that you signed up for this, and you signed up for these lessons, and you signed up for this life, okay? Kimberly and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, you are working with Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay, so be sure to have the people around you who you genuinely can trust. Okay, give yourself that awareness, and if there's somebody there, maybe they don't even know, maybe they need to be told by you. I need you here. I feel strongly drawn to your protective energy. Can you help me now? Okay, Juan Carlos, you are going to be working with the weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Don't do things that are other people's job. Okay. So if setting up boundaries, sometimes just holding space when someone else around you is suffering, you just hold space for the suffering. You don't actually suffer too. Okay. If you can help it. All right. Miranda Z. And I just, heads up, you guys, if you're joining, thank you for joining. But just have to type me please in the comments to get a card. We're going to go for until the half of the hour there. So Miranda Z, third time's a charm, you guys. Star Brothers, Horus energy. I'm going to read the book just because now that it's coming up, because this is now for all of us. It's third time. How can you open yourself up to receiving more support? They are guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. Call your teams, the loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to soften through life's ups and downs and learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Okay? So call in Horus energy, every single one of us, but particularly those of you who got that card. Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, third time's a charm on this one. I remember. I'm going to plug my soul contract class one more time in case anybody needs help with that. I'm going to pull it up in the book. I remember. What are you being called to do? Surrender to your soul's plan. You're being invited to remember who your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, it's a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her journey comes to the eye with doubt. It comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through. It's all part of the larger plans. All right. We got to do it. We got to do this now, you guys. It's 3 times the charm. Kira, force it. Okay. Don't forge, don't follow. Sorry, don't force it. That's funny. Force it. Have a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay. Don't follow the leader this week. Be your own leader. Okay. Finn, you're going to work with Inner Earth. Okay. You'll survive this. There's new solutions and beginnings. So this is a week to kind of acknowledge that maybe things are changing in a way that feels kind of hard, but it's okay. You're being told, you got this. Okay. Aaron T. Okay. Hi, Wraith. I think is how you say that. Longing for home, homesick for the stars, feeling a little bit like a star seed lost on a foreign land. This is a week to kind of just acknowledge that side of yourself and give yourself a little love about that. All right. All right. If you guys are just joining me and you could type me, please, for a card, I will be happy to give you a card to focus on for the week. Seriously wonderful. Your focus for this week is cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Second time we've seen this. Again, third time's a charm thing. Okay, so So seriously wonderful. You are going to be working on accepting that you might be feeling really cracked open, vulnerable. It's a high time of change and transformation. It's a time for integration. Okay. So just don't make yourself wrong for where you are this week. Okay. Kelly E. and Matthew. Kelly, surrender to the sweetness, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Okay. So really give yourself the chance to just enjoy for no reason but that you have a body only for a minute, and the body has its own sort of set of pleasures. Okay. Matthew, you are working with the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay. So this is being on the lookout to anger, yours and others, and kind of see how that creates separation and what kind of healing opportunities might come from facing that anger. Okay. All right. Remember to type me, please, if you want a card. We're only hanging out for about 5 more minutes. Kara, Kai, and Tatiana. Here you go. Kara, you're doing deep cellular healing, okay? So physical and emotional healing. Your body might be acting up a little bit this week. Listen, don't treat it like it's something that needs to be fixed. Love it. It's asking for something. It's your partner, not your enemy or something to conquer, okay? Kai, you want to work with the activated earth, okay? Power plexus, ley lines, trust where you're led. So being outside, really following the path of whatever, maybe there's something curious to follow. Just be able to be in that nature curiosity. Tatiana, you are going to be working with the I Remember card, okay? So this is the 4th time now. So kind of just think about what you feel like you're drawn to about yourself. What feels like you just came here to do it, and lean into that this week, okay? All right. Deanna D and Rihanna. Okay, Deanna, you've got the love. Okay, so codependency and boundaries. So this you can kind of see as a very blurry. Like figure out where you might accidentally be too blended with somebody else this week and maybe create some separation. Okay, just a little bit of redefining your own self this week. Okay. And thank you for joining, everybody who's joining us last minute. Feel free to type me, please, in the comments. Rihanna, you are working with baby steps. Okay, so action and following your intuition before it makes sense. Okay, so just little steps, even if your intuition's like, just do this and just do that, and you don't know why and you don't know where or how. It's just this week, just take those steps, whatever your impulse is telling you to do. Okay. All right, Sam, you are currently at the end of my list. So what I will say to those of you who are maybe watching in the background and you haven't commented me, please, you want a card for focus this week, be sure to type me please in to get that card. Okay, Sam, let's see what you're bringing us right now. Oh, you've got the love. So same as Deanna. So they're doubling down a little bit on this message. Codependency and boundaries. Okay, so letting yourself really acknowledge what is it that is you versus the outside world? What do you want versus what is the outside world asking of you? Sometimes the outside world thinks it wants this from you and it really wants that. And if they don't know to ask you for it because you've only offered this, and now it's time to offer that. Okay. So really just being aware of what that might look like if you offer something different just because you wanted to. All right. I'm going to throw a card for my husband. All right. So Matt, you are going to work on the Sisa Mintaka. Okay. So seeing potential, bringing the unconsciousness to light. You're going to let yourself see a bigger picture, something maybe you haven't dove into yet. Now it's time to bring it into light. I will say, you guys, he's been toying with, he and I working on a retreat together somewhere, and working on things like shifting our belief systems and shifting how we're interacting with our manifesting fields. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to stay tuned because we're thinking about putting something together. Either way, I'm doing this most Sundays. This is a half an hour free check-in from the universe, right? And if you want to keep in tune with this when I go live, you want to hit that subscribe and the bell button. The bell button will tell you, boop, a person you follow is going live. You can type me please in advance. I do just kind of go down the list in order, or you can join live and type me please at the last minute if you want to. So I hope that you guys are being really gentle to yourselves. Integration is key right now. Taking time to everything that's happening to process it, to assimilate who you are now, not just who's you've been and what you've been expecting to do, but really, what is it that is now happened that will has transformed you forever? You are no longer that old person, you are the new person. And see if you can shine in that light the most amazing way that you're meant to. Okay? Go be amazing. See you next weekend.